I've always been like the sun coming out from behind heavy clouds. Sometimes stormy clouds, sometimes dark and foreboding, sometimes beautiful, bright, gorgeous, comfy, sweet, miraculous looking clouds, but always the sun behind the clouds. And then I see you and you see me. Anyway, this is me, Hipolyt Jazwiski. I have the name that my grandfather had before me, and I love the name, and I paint with that name, and I live with that name, and I love with that name. Anyway, I'm an artist. I've been painting and drawing since I was probably 5. And I was seeing the way I see since I was very tiny. Like, it's all a god darn, so excuse me, whatever language. I wish I could say what I want to say, beautiful miracle. And it is. I can just be completely bedazzled by it. And so I'm here to introduce you to how I see. I also am an artist that has been struggling since I was a young man with serious visual, neurological, retinal issues. Yet I do what I do. Don't you? I mean, don't you do that? I mean, I don't care what level it is. You do what you despite and in spite of, and just because you are who you are. And I relate. And sometimes just, celebrating that, and sometimes just getting through that is a beauty, a tragic beauty, a miraculous horror, if you will, a terrible, terrible beauty. Um, Lots of tangents. See, this is going behind the clouds, but the sun comes out, and here I am. So I'm introducing you to me, Hipolyt Jazwiski, painter, so many other things. I can't say how many other things because you wouldn't believe it. But you are too. You are too. I can prove it to you. You can prove it to you. I don't need to prove it to you. Don't need to prove it to you. You are. If you believe in anything, if you are awake, doesn't mean the big wake, I'm not woke. I've always been awake. We are all awake. We're sleepwalkers. While we're awake and dreaming. And time is not what time is. Space is not what space is. None of it is what you were taught. It's a great little facsimile, a methodology for understanding something better than it used to be understood a couple of thousand years ago, maybe even 100 years ago. We're harnessing wild horses around us to carry out our will. And in doing so, carrying out our will exposes us to new ideas and new people and new things. And I celebrate it. I would like you to celebrate it. So before I go on too long, and then I'll just split this into a lot of other little messages, I will say what I can say and express what I can express, and I hope it's something you want to hear. I have a lot of different social media presence, and you can see behind me the work I do. I'm a large format realist, but abstractly realist painter in oils, and I've done tons of different things. And what you'll see is more of my work, and I'll show you how I do it. I'd like to have you enjoy yourself in any way that you can. And you do. Of course you do. And I've discovered you. You may have discovered me. And with that, the sun going behind the clouds, entering into the great known unknowns.